Good evening, viewers, and welcome to another episode of your favorite channel and favorite podcast, the Underdog Hockey Pod. Once again, yours truly, the man himself, the one you'll die to listen to, Kurt. And tonight I'm here with the boys once again, with the intellectuals themselves.
Same old crew
As usual. We got B-Rad.
Yo.
And we got the Croganator.
Nice of you to show up this week, Kurt.
We know vacation called.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know. The thing is, viewers, you have to understand is that when I'm not here, the world itself just starts to slowly implode. So
Our world revolves around you, so we didn't know what
Exactly. I know.
I thought that was our strongest episode last time.
I think that's what the comments said, didn't they?
Yeah.
it did okay. I thought.
Follow or shut up. So
Yeah. The views actually did okay in that one. I was like, oh, good. People actually want to hear a preview.
It was about the timing, I think. But
Yeah, paid in spades. But anyway, we digress. So, St. Louis comes up with a W on home ice.
yeah,
Oh, wait.
gonna crack him. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oops.
Okay.
Me and Kirk got a little excited.
So we're 4 games into the Stanley Cup Finals here. Game 4 just ended, not even an hour ago.
Yeah, me and Kurt watched the second half.
Who wasn't here?
Somebody wasn't here.
Some guy.
He was with somebody.
Starts the T.
You want to hear the story?
No.
No.
Yes.
I don't think it'd help your case.
No. Let's get to any rate. But we're pretty excited to see.
Air hockey.
There you go.
You're playing
Air hockey.
at Oakenthorne.
Playoff series.
At Oakenthorne
Yes.
with Matt or was it the foursome?
No, it was me and Maddie.
Did you win?
Yes, I did. That's what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I wouldn't mention it
That air hockey game would never exist.
So, Matt, apparently you suck at air hockey. Very disappointed, bud. Sorry. You can quote me on that. Anyway, so, as me and Brad were talking about earlier today,
Good game.
it was a very good game.
Good game. Good third period.
There's two things from this game that I've definitely noticed is that, like, if you look at Boston's lineup, they really have every single check mark to earn the cup, because really from all 4 lines they produce. They play hard, they play heavy. On the other hand, we've truly seen though that St. Louis has more than the capacity to beat them. In terms of the physicality part, they are the bigger team. They are like two, as I like to say.
They use their size.
They use it well.
Yep.
They go to the corners and I'd say in the hit departments, I feel like they definitely get the better half of that, even though Boston is a biggish team, but Blues are the bigger team.
They're not as big as they once were.
They play way more aggressive.
They play almost a Boston style, if I didn't know any better, in a sense.
Like a throwback Boston style.
Yeah.
Not a current Boston
9 years ago, Boston.
Yeah, when they won the cup against Brad's dear Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah. I'm over it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
We've seen Tuukka Rask has been very solid. Jordan Binnington was good after that meltdown last game. But I don't really think you can really blame him in that entirely. Like, he had some goals, but the whole team just played like dog poop.
No, I don't really remember him having to be spectacular tonight.
Mm-mm.
He was pretty St. Louis all game long, like with scoring chances. I mean,
Yeah.
Boston had chances, but I don't remember Binnington ever being under siege.
No, you're right.
First goal,
I don't
blank on right now.
It was the Charlie Coyle goal. The shot came.
Oh yeah,
and stopped
in
it,
tight,
and he wrapped it around.
Tight wrap around. Yeah,
That's a tough one.
That was
for
off a
Binnington.
rebound.
Yeah,
both goals were off rebounds.
And I remember,
and that's kind of been a trend with him through the series and through the playoffs.
Well, that's the only way he can score on.
he is an underrated player up until now.
He makes the first save, and you try to make him give out a bad rebound.
Yeah,
don't forget he had that close call save in the San Jose series where it was like just on the cusp of the line.
Yeah,
and he just got a piece of it, got the pad across. That was damnest thing.
2 more wins.
2 more wins for those two.
2 more wins left in the NHL season.
Yeah,
2 more wins.
I really hope my boy O'Reilly.
Who are they going to go to?
Oh, I think I want St. Louis.
Well, who was your actual prediction?
Mine was 6 St. Louis.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
I said 6 Boston just to be.
I know. Well, no, but you're not wrong for doing that.
No,
you're really not.
Me and Kurt are both we're both agree in the sense that we think it's gonna be Boston. We think it's gonna be Boston, but we want it to be St. Louis, so I'm betting on.
I just didn't have the stomach to do it.
Yeah. To quote Brad in the podcast last week, it was. It's gonna be Boston, but I'm saying St. Louis. Verbatim, I think.
You could just really feel the how torn I am.
Yeah, when I did my opinion, I was in my basement suite, and I didn't want to sound like a complete weirdo just talking to myself on my podcast, although my other half was just doing your thing.
Yeah.
And so I had to say my opinion kind of quietly because I didn't want to.
Yeah, it sounded like you're whispering, like you're like under the bed sheets.
Yeah. So I had to keep it low profile on that one, but
Sorry, I'm trying to record right now. Everybody's asleep. It's 2:30 in the morning.
exactly. I did find that comment funny. How you got? You're not stupid. Your stupid podcast. We're going to Whistler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but funny enough though, yeah. But yeah, I really don't know what to make of this series. This is a tough one because Boston is dangerous. Like they're both super dangerous teams. You can't help but feel that St. Louis can do it because today they outplayed them. They did outplay them and they blew a lot of chances. Ryan O'Reilly, my boy.
I don't know if he got first star, but I
He
hope
had
did.
to. Game winner and opening goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the guy is a beaut. He's been exactly sums up his whole season, where you see a guy who's nonstop first place or last place or whatever place you want to put him in. He's just always working, always coming to work, coming to play.
You know what I like about him?
What's that?
He's an honest player.
Yes, he doesn't dive.
Doesn't take any
He doesn't
penalties.
dive. He doesn't do any bullshit after the whistle. He's just like
He plays
whistle to whistle.
hard. He plays honest.
Plays honest. He'll throw body checks, but he won't go high. He won't go low.
No, he's not. I wouldn't call him. He's not a hitter, but he plays hard.
He did get first star, side note.
Yeah.
There you go.
With 2 goals, +2, and he had 5 shots on goal. But he totally deserved it. And I feel like actually a lot of players acknowledge that he is like that.
Well, I think. Well, like we said on our preview was, I wonder who's going to be the coming out player in this playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some American bank goals like Sammy Blais, Charlie Coyle, but I think Ryan O'Reilly's his stock is rising.
Yeah.
More
I
so
really,
it's-
on Boston's side, I really like Coyle.
Coyle's
Played really solid.
Yeah, as much as we like to knock Boston and boot, there is some. Tuukka Rask, I mean, really has been a rock.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten as much publicity as Binnington because Binnington is such a unique case, but Rask has been. But St. Louis, they've had to really, really work hard for their goals.
I mean, if he does finally get his cup,
I don't know. Has he let in a week one in the series?
Tuukka,
To
not
up
really.
top end?
No.
Not I can
really.
think of. No.
I mean, the goals tonight. The wraparound. That one's just. That was just.
The only one I can
wasn't
think
quick
of is the shot from the half wall. I think it was in game 2, but it tipped off a D-man's stick and went over his shoulder.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was down,
most of the goals
down
have
in the
been-
reverse
Most of the goals have
VH
been pretty
and
honest.
gave up. Yeah.
Well, he knows, like, there wasn't, when was it against Chicago years ago that he was the man. Tim Thomas is a distant memory at that point. He was 2 years gone since they won the cup, and then he played against Chicago in the finals. And there's a lot of question marks of what he'd be able to do for them. And so I think this is his year.
That was a good finals. I remember that finals.
That was a good final.
That was probably one of the better Stanley Cup finals I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like the actual, like the high quality of skill, and just the pedigree in both teams was just so high level. It was like Team Canada playing as Team Canada. It was just so highly skilled. Taves, Kane, Marchand, Bergeron, Chara, Duncan Keith, still all in their prime.
It's a tough one, and what's funny about this series too, I feel like you're kind of getting the variety package of, you're seeing a lot of grinding, a lot of physical play, but then you do get the odd line here and there where they're high flying, wheeling, getting to the zone. No real speedsters, I feel like, from either side in terms of maybe Marchand.
No, I think Thomas he was supposed to be that guy, but he's hurt. And Fabry, remember when St. Louis went to the Western Finals and Fabry was like a budding star? Remember that?
Yeah.
And back-to-back knee injuries, he just can't skate now.
No,
It's too bad.
Not the level he would probably want.
And for a guy, I think I was talking with Connor about this. When you take away, like guys like Thornton or Yager, they've had long careers because their game has never relied on speed. They never needed speed to be effective.
No.
Now, when you take a guy's whose speed, like a guy like Marlowe, or whose speed was his game, and you take that away, and with age, which is nothing to take a stick at, like he just can't be effective as he was. But Thornton and Yager can do it. Now the same thing goes for who was talking about?
Brett Fabry.
Fabry, that he's not a big guy, so he has to pull away,
He does.
and he doesn't have the speed to pull away from checks.
It's tough, yeah.
Now because he was last year he was rehabbing, so let's see if he can rehab like a full summer of training, and see what he is in the training camp, but. Back-to-back serious ACL tears or something like that, or whatever it was, on the same knee. That knee is never going to be the same. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He didn't play a game for like a year and a half.
But there's been a lot of, like Jaden Schwartz, Who saw that coming?
Well, he's got to show up.
We got the empty net goal.
I need more out of him.
He got the empty net goal.
He's been more of a physical presence in this series, but the offense hasn't been there. Whereas he's had 2 hat tricks in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, he's at 6 goals in 2 games.
He's
and
been
7
a huge
in the other
performer
ones.
for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they've got both teams are getting offense all through the lineup, so it's really
That's what
really
we said in our
interesting to
preview.
watch.
Was the 2 top lines are going to cancel each other out. The deciding factor is the depth.
Yeah.
And so far, Ryan O'Reilly is outplaying David Krejci.
Yeah,
You'd have the 2 number 2 centers.
yeah.
And Charlie Coyle can be Charlie Coyle all he wants. But if David Krejci's not being David Krejci, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. He's been
Like Krejci was, I was saying to Kurt, he was quiet as fuck tonight. I didn't notice him until the second period. I didn't know he was in the fucking game.
No, as you said last week, I really liked the statement of witness protection.
Who was it talking about again?
I think it was, I can't remember.
Was
I think
it
it was
Nino Niederreiter.
Yeah, he's like, that guy's gonna get up witness
He
protection.
had like 1 goal in 20 games. Like he just did not show up at all.
4 under that I didn't like.
Yeah. But this is
It's a good series.
one person. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. One person who has not been having a fun series is Zdeno Chara.
No.
You see what happened?
Oh, he got fucked up. Oh, I was saying to Kurt was
Game 1.
he's
was
obviously
it? the first.
yeah he did. He had
He's
a
bleeding. Shot.
He's bleeding
out
which,
of his arm.
I mean, that's
Pressure cut.
got to hurt his grip strength.
Yeah.
Right there, like because every time he flexes, he's gonna feel it. But obviously,
Well,
he's Chara.
He came back to the bench, and as Jim Houston had stated, he was literally a cheerleader on the bench. Like he didn't play a shift; he just sat there with his fistful on.
He's obviously fucked up. Like it would take a lot for him to sit out in that game.
Yeah.
Like his jaw is probably wired shut or something. Like he has a broken jaw, or his teeth are really fucked up or something because they didn't let him play. But if you want to go sit on the bench, you're wearing a full shield.
Yeah.
And I was like to Kurt, like for a guy who wears nothing to go to a bubble would be really hard in a game like that when you gotta be on it, not like a preseason game or warm up.
But it blows me away, like you said, mentioned with O'Reilly too. Like he plays all those games, all those ice times,
Yeah.
nothing.
Practice all through his NHL career. Obviously in Journey he had to wear one, but all through his NHL career
He's never
of 8 years now, 9 years, and he hasn't had a sick of the eye or like Kevin BX has gone his whole career and same with Chara.
Do it.
There's guys that do it, and then
Chara, I thought was a special case where it would never happen just because of how high his head is in the air.
that puck would have gone over most men's heads.
Yeah, like
but
if that was Torrey Krug making the same stick check there,
Yeah, it'd
it
have been 2
just
feet
cleared
over
the
his head,
glass.
yeah.
It would have been fine.
Yeah, guys like there's some of those few left.
So,
the 8.2 left
if
over.
Chara, Krejci, Grzelcyk is probably done for the series. If he has concussion protocol, he's not going to be cleared skating and done in 7 days' time. It just doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work there.
And then Chara didn't play in the most meaningful period in the season. Like if he doesn't play in that season, he's probably going to swell up by next game.
Do you think
He's probably not going to be playing next game.
Do you think the Boston's playing pretty wounded right now?
Well, like I said, I think they are.
As the
How
games
can they
go
not?
by, they're evidently getting more wounded.
Like,
Yeah.
Even if they came into this series not that bad, they're getting pretty beat up.
Yeah, what happened to those
Like
12 days off? They don't
Yeah.
feel like forever ago. Like it never happened.
Yeah, but it's funny because like even the game 1 or game 2 when St. Louis beat them in Boston, Bergeron didn't play like the rest.
No,
of the third.
Bergeron's he's fucked up.
So you really wonder how much of this is all taking a toll on the old Bees. I mean, the most surprising line, that Nordstrom fella on the fourth line there.
Yeah, and
He's-
Achari too. I like Achari.
They're really good. I'm really impressed with those guys. But yeah, you really wonder what the health situation is in the old Bees room right now. But they could still pull it off. But I'm really curious to see what happens in
Yeah,
Boston.
when's
Thursday.
I don't want to touch my phone.
It's that Thursday.
Yeah, they don't play. They got a 2-day break here.
2-day break.
And then they
Fly to
play-
Boston and then-
well, I'm sure the doctors are going to be working on those guys.
and
like
then they
crazy.
got another 2-day break, and they don't play till Sunday. So they only
So
got
it's
2 games
Thursday,
in the next 6
Sunday.
days.
Okay.
2 games in 6 days.
that plays in Boston's favor.
Yeah.
Even then though, 2 days.
I'm sure
is-
St. Louis has guys who are banged up, but I don't think it's as visible.
No, I think even with 2 days, I don't think that's still enough to.
It's not enough, but
It still helps.
it helps. But like at the same time, like
Yeah. Some
man,
more
you got
rest.
Chara's face is swelling up by the minute right now. Like if he's really that fucked up, and he's probably gonna swell up.
Imagine if they lost him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I doubt he's playing next game.
Yeah.
Unless the doctors really work on him. If he can't play in that game, in that period, and he's only going to swell up between now and then, I would say it's questionable at best.
Yeah, he's taking a bit of a beating.
He is an old school player, though. I could see him like fighting through it.
Yeah,
because it's the finals, because it's the cup.
I'm the doctor. I'm telling Zdeno Chara you're not playing.
Well, you don't know what's wrong with him.
Well, no. If I'm the doctor saying Chara, I can't clear you to play. Chara's like, fuck you. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna fucking forge your signature. Fuck you. I'm not gonna listen to you.
He's 40. He's got nothing left to lose.
I've been playing the NHL for 20+ years.
He's already got a contract next year. He doesn't need to play. He's got it signed.
No, it's not.
He doesn't got it, but he will.
It's all about pride.
Like next year he doesn't need to play. Just play these next 3 games. Take it to game 7.
I'm surprised they signed him. I'm surprised they signed him. Actually,
I think it's like an honor thing.
I think it is. As long as he still wants to play.
Didn't he take a big discount too?
$4 million.
Is it 4? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a huge discount.
Not a huge discount, but
still got a cannon.
He still got a cannon, but like, I think as Boston's like, as long as you still want to play, we'll sign you.
Yeah.
Because you
brought
the cup.
You're the captain.
He's gonna get his number retired.
The old dog.
Oh man. Yeah.
So Kurt has to go. We got 5 minutes. Let's talk quickly about the Kevin Hayes trade today.
Yeah, your boy Kevin Hayes, short-term stay in old dusty old Winnipeg.
So just in case you missed it, Kevin Hayes was a property of the Winnipeg Jets who was traded at the deadline from the Rangers for Brendan Lemieux and a first-round pick. So today, Winnipeg traded him to Philadelphia for a 5th rounder in this year's draft for his rights. 2 or 3 weeks ahead of conversations. What would you call it? Competition door opening for all the free agents. The 25th. So they got a
talking period.
Yeah, the talking period. The heads up on the
post draft and pre-July 1st.
Yeah, they all say the rules state you're not allowed talking term and money, but bullshit, they all do. You know,
very likely.
Because all the contracts are done by July 1st nowadays. Anyways. Kevin Hayes is now a property of the Philadelphia Flyers, who could use a second line center behind Couturier and move Patrick down the third line so he can kind of grow at his own pace. But this is a typical Flyers move, if you ask me.
I don't know.
Being aggressive.
They tried this with Dan Hamhuis as well.
Years ago, and they couldn't get done.
The year that he signed with the Canucks. Mm-hmm. They flipped, I think it was Nashville he was with originally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't want to sign there, so the Flyers took a chance on him.
The Flyers took a chance. They traded him for like a conditional 6th or something.
They did it a few times. Didn't they do it with Hartnell and Timonen like way back when?
Probably, yeah.
I think years ago.
I can still remember.
It was the year they drafted Van Riemsdyk.
Yeah,
I remember.
Like it's an interest. Like it's conditional. So if they don't sign him, they don't.
No,
lose the pick
I don't think
either.
it's conditional.
Is it not conditional?
I think it's full. I think it's just a straight up pick.
Oh, sweet. Free 5th rounder.
Yeah. So you traded a 5th rounder for a 6-game first-round loss, Brendan Lemieux, and a first-round pick for a 5th rounder.
Well, I mean, it's better than
rentals work.
It's better than getting nothing.
You know, some rentals work out, like Charlie Coyle and Marcus Johansson, and some don't, like Kevin Hayes and Matt Duchene and Artemi, and Brian Dzingel, who really didn't work out in Columbus.
I can still remember when the Flyers offer sheeted.
Shea Weber.
Yes, the $100 million, and they forced Nashville to pay the $100 million.
Yeah, Nashville had a serious budget meeting. Like they had to ask for pennies from the fans to afford this guy.
Well,
that's when Nashville was so kind of a smaller market team.
No, there's still a coalition of owners though. Like it's not just one owner.
They can't afford that. But like I remember that because I was like that's when offer sheets are still taboo, and they were back then too. Like for Nashville's sake, I mean Shea Weber signed the papers to leave your team. Like he accepted the fact that I want to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's probably stung. Like David Poile is a very personal guy. Like he's still pissed off that Ryan Suter left.
Yeah.
That probably really hurt him. And then as soon as first chance he got, he dumped him.
Well, who also got $100 million?
Kobe.
No, Suter and.
And Minnesota is regretting that big time.
Yeah, well, even though he still plays half the game.
Suter is pretty. I mean, like you got $15 million and 2 players that are 33.
Yeah, so
for another 7 years or something like that. Like it's a long time
to have 2 local fellows ish.
Yeah,
And Phil Kessel's like, yeah, you guys don't have a chance to win. I don't want to play with you guys. But I'll go to Arizona, though.
Playing in that one.
Yeah.
What? Arizona?
But
He wants to go to Arizona. Play with
before
his
we
buddy.
lose Kurt here, I do want to bring up something. I texted you about it, but we don't have it on audio. I want to hear your take. Your team, the New York Islanders, with the big Brock Nelson 6x6 extension.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, what are my thoughts on that? Not a bad move. I hope that...
I think it was a lot
I
for
thought...
a good playoff round.
I hope Lou asked him the first question he walked in the room was why did you tap Curtis McLean in the top of the head in a 2-2 game? He should have his hand cut off for that one, but very foolish. Maybe he thought he could give it a psychological edge in that situation, but that was a wash. But yeah, no, it was a bit much, I thought, but he's a young talent still. In Lou we trust. So
Yeah,
he did a good job this year. So
he's 27.
yeah,
He was going to be slated to become a free agent this offseason.
yeah,
So they were going to lose him if they didn't sign him.
yeah.
He had 53 points this year, 25 goals. So decent output.
Yep.
Pretty good.
In a contract year.
He knew
In a
it was a
contract
contract year.
I hate comparing a player to his contact year.
Well,
That's such a bad analysis. What are his previous games? He's
Last-
previous been
okay.
a 40-point player.
last year he had 19 goals, 35 points.
Yeah.
Year before he had 20 and 45, 26, 40, 20, 42. So he was about
He's
a
a
20
tw-
goal scorer.
the 20-20 guy.
20 assist guy.
The 2020 guy for $6 million.
You got to pay to get something. Though,
You got to pay.
Rumors are Eberle's out.
He's
That's the
long.
rumors.
I don't have a problem with that though.
And Anders Lee's probably gone too because they don't want to go
Anders
term
Lee.
on him. I don't blame him. I mean,
Two
Anders Lee,
captains gone in 2 seasons.
that's tough. Because Islanders, they're not a very big market, and they got to fork up serious dough for Barzell next summer. They're preparing. For
You got to
that.
keep him right at the end of the day. No, it'd be sad to see Lee. I wouldn't hold anything against Lee. I wouldn't hold anything against Eberle or any of those guys that they left. I wouldn't have any issues with that.
Well, Lee
What
would.
if they sign with the Rangers?
They wouldn't happen.
What if he sends to Toronto?
If it happens, I'm a monkey's uncle. I'd say Lee has a more likely chance of signing with Minnesota than he does in Toronto. But you guys were talking about today, though. Funny we talked about that is that you had mentioned Croggy from last week that could actually very well be the damnedest thing that Toronto's ever done, given their cap space and the roof that they're now going to hit with.
Oh yeah, they
I
are
was-
in trouble.
I was talking to Kurt saying that Croggy's. He said, "Yeah, signing Tavares is probably the worst thing they could have done."
Yeah.
Like he's almost 30, so it's not against me, but
He's 28.
It's not. It's
29.
not.
2029.
It's not the signing of Tavares. He's a great player and he's worth the money they gave to him. It is the allocation of funds throughout the rest of the roster
Yeah,
and the guys they have to sign still.
and they're fucked. I was telling Kurt, they're
Yeah.
fucked. You try and crunch the numbers, they're fucked.
Well, fun fact.
They have to literally liquidate their entire lineup to sign Marner.
Fun fact. I don't know if you've been listening to the radio or looking at TSN lately, but Zaitsev's asked for a trade,
Yeah.
and Marlowe has asked for a trade. You guys can't see what I'm doing here, but they're air quotation marks. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
okay.
like 11 mil.
Okay, but you got to find a
Ask for
suitor.
trade.
You got to find a suitor, and you got to find whoever takes on Zaitsev is going to want
Probably.
is going to give you nothing back. So you're losing a defenseman.
Yeah.
You're losing a guy who's playing top 4 minutes for you. Love or hate it.
One way they could leverage something is if they throw one of their other RFAs.
They have to. Kapanen or Johansson is not coming back.
Is gonna-
Probably both.
Yeah. Well, Kapanen. If you throw Kapanen in with
Zaitsev.
Marlowe trades, for
Or
example,
Marlowe.
to take that 1 year off, you could actually get something
You could. No.
for
you-
Kapanen.
No. I
Yeah.
don't think you're getting anything. If
Well,
you're attaching
picks.
Marlowe's
You can
name
get
for
picks.
it, you get picks, but they're in a win now mode. Picks don't help them. That's the problem with Toronto. They have to their blue line was shit, and they want to ship out Zaitsev. Who they got left? They got Riley, Muzzin, Dermott. Their
Gardner's
entire
gone.
right side is non-existent without Zaitsev there for next season. They got to rebuild an entire blue line,
Yeah.
and they got to be a cup contender.
Didn't Ozhiganov leave
He's
for the K?
in the K.
And
Haynes is UFA.
Haynes is a UFA.
Gardner's
and he's
gone.
left-handed.
He's
so-
left-handed.
Yeah.
So they got to rebuild the blue line, and they have no money to spend, and they got to trade Kadri's probably good as gone as a third line center. You got to re-sign Marner, which doesn't want any less than Matthews by the sounds of it.
Well, why would he though? If he's outproducing everybody else on the team.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's their leading scorer this year.
He's leading scorer. I totally understand.
He's like, why the fuck would I let not one but two guys make more money than me this year?
And I'm supposed to be the prodigy child,
of Toronto.
But Toronto, it grew so fast. It grew too fast for them.
Yeah.
Their rebuild,
this was
really
their
fast.
year. This was their year.
And
where everything came into play with all the expiring rookie contracts.
They were
Tavares
one game
in.
away from knocking out the Boston Bruins.
Team that's in the finals right now. Yeah.
And they have been proven to be a more difficult matchup than Carolina, Columbus, and St. Louis. The story hasn't ended yet, but Toronto's so far been the toughest test for them.
What's funny about Toronto is that remember the thing about their media machine is that they hype up their team like there is no tomorrow. But Timmins had mentioned nope, don't be fooled. This is the exact same team you saw last year.
Well, next year they're going to play Boston.
They're probably going to play Boston again.
Yeah, because why wouldn't Tampa be the top team in the league again in the regular season?
There's really no reason. It's just now they just need to remember how to win in the playoffs.
So I'm trying to say, Connor Brown, he's gone. That's 2.1. He's an easy trade. You got to rebuild. You got to make a Stanley Cup contending blue line in one summer with no money. That's hard to do.
But who are you going to grab either, right?
Who's going to change your blue line?
The only person I thought I really thought, like you probably heard me say this a million times in the podcast in previous episodes, but the only person I really thought that Toronto really should have made a decent stab for, I mean, given that they have a whole boatload of forwards, skilled forwards they could have easily given, I think, was Falk.
Well, I think a guy like Falk or Ristolainen are guys who they're going to have to go after. And then let's say you're Carolina's GM, and Toronto and Carolina have been linked forever.
Yeah.
Kapanen for Pesci and
It
Nylander.
makes the most sense.
It makes so much sense. But if you're Carolina, you're like, listen, you guys have a serious problem over there. Like, I'm not helping you out unless you really help me out. Because I know you want my guy, you need my guy. I want Kapanen, Johansson, and Zaitsev. Or I want Kapanen and Johansson for Justin Falk. Or something like that. Then if you have that problem, you can't trade those assets because you might need those assets to unload some money to sign Marner. Like, if you deplete your assets to get rid of money, you sign Marner, but you don't have a blue line to play games with.
Yeah, well, I mean, Carolina, in their situation, they've got kind of a fucky situation right now.
Yeah, they are fucky.
They've got so many free agents. Both their goalies are UFAs.
Yeah. Well, they can totally.
Aho needs a contract.
They're going to probably buy out Darling.
Their defense is the only thing that's actually set in stone. And,
more or less.
And
Slavin
Falk is
Slavin's coming out party.
Yeah. Falk's in an expiring contract.
Who's
here.
probably good as gone, but I don't know what his value is at. But again, there's no free agents in D this year. I mean, Carlson has question marks. Gardner, fuck me, eh? He's the second best defenseman on the market. Pains me to say it, but he is.
Yeah.
Myers, and then there's
Myers
is, but he'll be getting top pairing money though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He was great in Winnipeg in his sheltered role. If he gets signed, like let's say he gets signed to, let's say Philadelphia. He's a 6x6. He's your guy now. Like, he's your minute muncher at 6x6. He's out there at Provorov. He's your guy. Like, in Winnipeg, he was playing against second and third line players behind Bufflin and Trouba.
Yeah, but he filled in fine during injury. Like,
yeah, but that's in a flash.
Bufflin was banged up.
He was banged up for a while. That's like for half the season he can do it. But like,
he got hit by somebody.
Game after game, he had to play against the top players.
Yeah,
and if he played against whoever plays next.
I think he's a fine second pair guy.
I think. I like him as a second pair guy, but problem is I don't think he's going to be a second pair guy wherever he signs.
He's not going to get second pair money.
No, he should be around 4.55, but he'll get 6 plus.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of teams that are fucked. Curry, if you want a piece, you can.
All right. Well, my final way in before I head out to go play goalie is go Blues. I really hope you pull this off.
So, hold on, sorry. On record, you're not going to bitch and complain if Anders Lee leaves.
No, I will not.
Okay.
No. At least he didn't say that he wanted to be on the team forever.
Clip this. Clip this right now.
Yeah, no, he honestly, I won't complain. I have no problem with that really leaving.
Even if he signs in Toronto.
Even if he signs in Toronto.
Okay, good.
Or the Rangers.
The Rangers, I'll be Monkey's uncle if he signs.
Or the Devils.
Who cares?
Speaking of Devils, they're gonna have a Hell's like, yeah, I don't want to sign with you guys right now. Who the hell does that sound like? That sounds a lot like Artemi Panarin, who's walking in free agency right now. If I'm Jersey, that's a major red flag. Because why? Because like, how many times have players said that?
So if you're Ray Shero, you're gonna trade for every single free agent player coming up.
No, if I'm Ray Shero, I'm like, I'm not fucking with this guy. I'm trading him now. Because how many times have you seen a player that said that and then end up re-signing with that team? That never has happened.
No. If you're giving the indication that you're quote unquote not ready,
I don't blame him. Jersey fucking sucks. So I don't want to see right.
And the only reason they made the playoffs last year was because he carried them on his back.
Actually carried
Hart
them.
Trophy-esque.
Yeah.
93 points, like 30.
Literal Hart Trophy.
35 points ahead the second league score.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
You get a point every second goal in a team. Like, it was crazy.
All right, but before I depart, shout out to Nate McKinnon. Holy shit, man, you impressed the hell out of me. You gave a lot of people really the Island your blistering speed, man. Holy balls!
The hell are you talking about McKinnon? Where's that coming from?
No, I know.
Well, he missed the last episode.
I missed last episode, so never really have a chance.
He hasn't got to chime in since round 1.
Oh,
I'm gonna before I walk away. I'm just gonna say like, holy cow! Yeah, this is a little late, but man, that Nathan McKinnon, man, his blistering speed, that one timer from the top of the circle, man, easily rivals a lot of the top 3 shooters in the league. Holy shit! Anyway, see you guys.
all right.
Have fun, bud.
Peace out.
Play net well.
I'm gonna see a lot of rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna
Okay.
start over again.
What are you doing?